another exciting episode of Celebrity Q&A with yours truly, Lanzy Jampak. Now, as you know, this is where we get to have interesting, exclusive interviews, basically questions and answers with your favorite celebrities to help you get to know them better. Now, my guest for today will be introduced to you shortly. Stay with us. Hey guys, you're welcome back. So today we have our first politician on the show. He is a lawyer, an author, a humanitarian, and a Rotarian, the able CEO and founder of the Umar Foundation. He is none other than the one and the only Dr. Umar Mantu. It's really good to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much. It's my absolute pleasure to be here.
You look amazing always.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to match up with your sets.
Thank you. That was a compliment. Alright, so right away, the hottest and the most trending thing right now is your new book, Rebirth, Potential of a Great Nation.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Thank you very much for having me on the show. Rebirth, the Potential of a Great Nation. It's basically talking about Nigeria as a great nation or its potentials. I try to capture where we were, where we are, and where I think we should be as a nation. I've taken a lot of time, I've gone through a lot of literature in different aspects, and most books that I've read, we tend to talk about our problems and we tend to talk about a lot of the issues that are going on, but I felt in my own wisdom and my own one or two ideas and experiences that I've gathered through politics and a few things here and there to share to Nigerians on potential solutions to help us move further. And so it's 10 chapters, it's not a long read. It allows us the opportunity to see where we were, where we are, where we should be in healthcare, education, leadership. It's almost like a Nigeria 101 guide for anybody who knows about Nigeria or doesn't know about Nigeria, an older generation, a younger generation, anybody, you know, just to pick up a copy, see where Nigeria has been, where we are, and the potentials that are ahead of us. We as Nigerians know most of our problems, but it's also good for us to also know the potential solutions that are available to us within ourselves.
That's very, very impressive actually. So you have traveled to a number of countries around the world, I'm sure. So for the so-called developed ones that work, that have a system that works, what would you say Nigeria is missing in comparison?
I mean, that's a very general question, a very large question, because we're missing quite a bit of things, but at the same time I also feel there are a lot of things that are Nigerian that are not anywhere else as well. You have to be honest with us, we're truly blessed. We're blessed with human capital, we're blessed with human resources, we are blessed with a lot of natural resources. It's left for us to tap into it, harness it, and make the most of it. So Nigeria has a lot of things that the rest of the world doesn't have. But to answer your question directly and to shoot straight, I would say that, I mean, the most obvious one is infrastructural development. The most obvious one is security to the best of our abilities. We know what is going on in the country right now. It's not where we want it to be. And the ability just for every Nigerian to just have his basic needs met, you know, just those little things. And I'm sure that, you know, I'm a firm believer of Maslow's hierarchy of, you know, that in the sense that where every human being has his basic needs met, he will self-actualize as a person. So I feel as Nigeria we're lacking certain basic needs, you know, water, infrastructure, lights, roads, you know, just things like that.
Alright, I like how you started. You started by trying to push forward what we have rather than talking about what we know. Can you tell us, like, can we just hype ourselves a bit?
I mean, there's a lot to hype. There's a lot to hype. First and foremost, I mean, let's not go too far. Nigerian music and entertainment is the highest export right now out there. You can't take that away anywhere.
Sure.
So that's an absolute great thing. That's on a lighter note, but on another note, what are the things that we have in terms of capital, human resources, in terms of, we have great, like I said, artists who are doing amazing things. Recently we had an artist who just won a Grammy. We also have good, talented sports people from UFC to basketball to football. They're all great. They're out there doing great things. And then now coming homegrown, you know, I had the opportunity of going to one of our parastatals in Nigeria here, the Export Promotion Council, and I looked at a map and it showed us all our potential, all our natural resources, our agricultural resources that broken down per state, and I can categorically tell you from that information that I got, there's no state in Nigeria out of the 36 states that does not have one natural resource or one agricultural commodity commodity in exportable quantity. What does that tell you? Oil is but one. You can imagine if each and every single state had the ability to harness his own innate natural and human resource, we'll be way far ahead of where we're going to go to. E.g., when we were in school, they used to teach us coal city, Enugu. When you go to mining, Plateau, Nasarawa. When you want to go to food basket of the nation, Benue. When you want to go to oil, you go to the south. So every single state has great things. You can imagine palm oil, palm kernels, soya beans, cocoyam. There's so many things, lead, gold, We're blessed as a nation. So we just have to actively, consciously invest in ourselves.
I can tell there'll be a lot to learn from that book anyway,
from
all of this.
Alright,
so I'm aware that you ran for the Federal House of Representative office back in the 2019 general elections.
Yes.
As being a young man in politics, what would you say your first experience was like running for an office?
So, it was definitely life-changing. I would use those two words, life-changing. Life-changing in the sense that I gave a lot of experience. Apart from my own election where I had the privilege, because I call it a privilege to want to serve people, because we've started deviating from what politics is about. A lot of people think it's more about going there to empower yourself, self-service. No, it's about service to humanity. It's about service to community. So it's a public responsibility. That's why it's called public service. So I learned a lot in terms of dealing with people, going from our communities, in terms of party structure, in terms of how the political workings work, both from primaries to general elections, to the delegate system, to direct elections, to non-direct elections. 2019 gave me a lot of exposure personally, but 2019 was not when I was involved in the political space. I started being in the political space from 2011, but 2019 was when I made a conscious decision based on a lot of, a lot of consultation, both from family and community, before I decided to take the step to contest for office. I contested for the Federal House of Reps of Mangubokos and Plateau State. It was definitely a great opportunity. God Almighty didn't say it was time, not because I'm going there to serve for my own self, no, but because maybe he felt it wasn't the right time for me, or it wasn't the right time for my people to have me. I don't know, whatever the case is, but let's see what God has in store for us 2022, 2027. But then again, like I said, it's about service. It's not about me. It's about people. It's about my community. I will always stay in consultation with my people to know what my next steps are.
All right. So what would you say we would have done? What do you think we would have done differently from the older folks?
What would I have done differently from the older folks? First and foremost, I think as youth in Nigeria, my one advice is that we should not be scared. I find that a lot of us, we put some type of cloud surrounding politics, believing that it's not for us, it's for another generation, it's for the older people, forgetting the fact that these elderly politicians, when you look at the history of Nigeria, you had presidents from the age of 29, Yakubu Gowon, or this is 31 if I'm correct, you had ministers in their 30s, you had Senate presidents at the age of 39 in this same country that we live in. So the truth of the matter is, we are capable as young people. We can work and administer as long as we know that we're truly coming there for service. I believe that is very possible for us to do.
All right, Umar, so if you wake up as president of Nigeria today, what would be your first order of service?
Wow. The first thing is I think human capital development. Human capital development. I can't emphasize it enough. We're a country of 200 million people with different talents, different ethnicities, different religions. I don't see that as a problem. I see that as an advantage. It means different people have different things to bring to the table. As long as we all agree that it's collective responsibility. I believe human capital development. And human capital development involves both healthcare, it involves both education, and involves both community development. We live in a country where, if you look at the statistics, we have one of the highest maternal mortality rates. What do I mean? Child to mother to infant death in the country. It's really, really bad. When you look at our education system, basic education, we have more out-of-school children than most nations out there. And during the pandemic, it didn't make things easier as well. So for me, I think human capital development. The Nigerian man is a very resilient man. The Nigerian man is a very innovative man. The Nigerian man is somebody who, once you just give him opportunity, he will thrive. And I feel the best thing is provide basic needs in terms of human capital development, and watch and see Nigerians thrive. That is my own opinion. And also infrastructure comes as part of human capital development as well. But most especially our education, our healthcare, I think it's very paramount to me personally.
Impressive. So talking about the Manumar Foundation, I'm a proud ambassador. All right, so the work that you do with the Manumar Foundation is quite evident.
Thank you.
I mean, we've seen the electricity projects you did in your constituency.
Thank you.
We've seen the university scholarships, primary and secondary schools, construction and innovations, healthcare services, and amongst many others that I haven't mentioned. What would you say is the greatest feat you intend to achieve with the Manumar Foundation?
Well, for me, Manumar Foundation is it's something that is very dear to me. It means a lot to me in the sense that life is all about living good legacies. Life is all about touching lives. Life is not all about living for yourself. That is my own mentality. That's how I grew up, and that's what my faith tells me. So I'm just playing my own little part to be able to help humanity, to serve humanity, because at the end of the day, a life worth living is a life worth with people and helping people and touching lives. And apart from even that, with the foundation, it's more like I want it to run whether I'm here or I'm not here alive today. The most important thing for me is I want to be able to touch lives from the most local to the most rural communities to people who do not have the opportunities to help themselves. That is why as a foundation, we do a lot community-based work. For example, if you want to do work in a school, or we want to renovate a school, we wouldn't go to a government-funded school. We wouldn't go. Not that saying that they do not require our help, but I know communities that have pulled resources together. They're coming together, and they need that extra help to help their kids go to school. So they need that extra help for them to get light. They need that extra help for them to get water. They need that extra help for them to be able to just, get by life. And that is how, as a foundation, we have decided to invest in humanity. That is why the logo is investing in humanity. So the foundation for me is more like a legacy thing for me, in terms of touching lives, in terms of making the world a better place, and most especially to inspire my generation and other people to see that it is possible. It can be done. A lot of us wake up every day and think that until we make it, or we hammer, or we make one money before we can touch lives or help people. No, absolutely. My Rotary Cardinals tells me that you can serve humanity by giving your time, your talent, or your treasure. Most people only focus on just your treasure, but forgetting that you can give your time by educating somebody, by advising them, by telling them what is right, by being a lesson teacher to young people. You can give your talent. If you're a journalist, you can train people under you. If you're a tailor, you can train people under. The whole idea is, if you touch one life, he touches another, and then another, and then another. Ripple effect, collective responsibility. That's the whole idea.
All right. So, being a humanitarian, doing the community services, then running for an office, a lot of people would argue that is the motive. That is the modus operandi of politicians in Nigeria. How, or what would you say makes you different?
It's very fair for people to come up with such conclusions or such judgments. But for me personally, I think mine is beyond that. I grew up believing that, like I said, help your neighbor as you would love to be helped, love your neighbor as you would love to love yourself. Those are cardinal religious principles that we grew up with. And apart from even that, you have to also know that I started doing humanitarian work a very, very long time ago. I would say at least well over 10 years now, almost 15 years since I started. Even from secondary school, I was a peer counselor in school. So I didn't start believing in service or touching people's lives or wanting to be part of, impactful in people's lives. So my foundation started way before I decided to enter politics. In fact, if anything, I think it was as a result of the fact that I was doing a lot of work in communities that people felt the need that, came to me and approached me that, why haven't you thought of coming to represent us? And I think for me it's beyond politics, because with or without politics, I will still do my foundation work With or without politics, I will still be a Rotarian by the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
With or without politics, I will still make impact in whatever way I can. With or without politics, by the grace of God.
All right. So away from all the politics talk, all the humanitarian talks,
Yes.
tell us something romantic. How did you meet your beautiful wife?
Oh wow, my wife is, I've known her for a very, very long time. I've known her since she was about 15 years old, and I was also a younger man. You know, it was we've gone through so many facets. We were friends. We've grown up together. So I've known her, but we were not dating all that while. But I've known her all this while, and then by the time God Almighty decided it was time for us to marry, then we are here today. For me, I always say she's my guiding star, if that's a good thing to say, because you know, she's always been there. She's seen me at my best times, she's seen me at my worst times, and God Almighty chose her for me. I didn't choose her for myself.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Yes.
So what does family mean to you?
Family is everything. Family is everything. Family keeps you grounded. Family keeps you humble. Family are the only set of people that no matter wherever you make it in life, they'll tell you, my friend, come back and relax. So it keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble. They keep you, my family keeps me faithful. You know, we're a very close-knit family. We're very involved in each other's lives as much as possible, while being very respectful about our boundaries. And so family is everything, is the foundation of everything.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Lanzy, now for you. I mean, I read books. Don't mind me, I was just joking. No, I mean, yeah, I read books. I watch a lot of movies, actually. You'll be very surprised. As much as I have a busy schedule and everything, every small 5-10 minutes I watch, and you'll be very surprised. I watch a lot of EastEnders. Yes, I know. Yes, but I like TVs, I like music. I watch a lot of TV. I like to engage people in conversations. I think I have a desire to, I don't know, the human beings are just intriguing to me, to meet different people with different personalities, different mindsets. It's always interesting to me. So yeah, these are some of the things that I do for fun.
Alright, so you seem to have a lot going on for you. I mean, a lot. Do you get to practice law?
Yes, I still get to practice law. Unfortunately, not as much as when I was younger in the bar, but I still do practice law. I do have my chambers still existing. I still go to the office to go and practice law every now and then. I mean, the number of clients that we have, because of the level of diversity that I have in so many things. So the firm is there, it exists, we still practice law, we still do a lot of work in our law firm. There's no issues about that. I'm first a lawyer by profession. I'm first a lawyer by profession before anything. You know, I had the opportunity to do law school both in Nigeria and in the UK. I'm not going to just, and my master's in law and all of that, I'm not just going to drop that in the bin.
You're a lawyer to the core.
Yes, I'm not going to drop that in the bin. You know.
Alright guys, we're going on a short break right now, and by the time I'm back, we are going to be playing some games with Umar.
Yay.
Stay right there. Hey guys, you're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Celebrity Q&A with Lanzy J, and we've been having a really educational session with Dr. Barrister Umar Mantu. And right about now, we're going straight to our game segment. Umar, are you ready?
I mean, I'm as ready as can be.
Alright, so our game for today is lip sync.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give you these headphones and play some music, and I get to read some phrases to you. You just get to read my lips and then decipher what I'm saying.
Okay.
So rule of the game is you need to keep guessing. You get, provided I say something, you have to guess what I say.
Yes.
You don't get to wait till you decipher in your head. So you have to keep guessing as much as possible.
Okay.
Are we ready?
We'll try our best.
Let's do this.
We'll try our best.
Alright, so.
People forgive me.
Is Jackbo here? Okay, you can't hear. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go. Be the inspiration.
Privilege.
Be the inspiration.
Pretty simple things.
Be the inspiration.
Ah.
Alright, so Umar Mantu. Umar Mantu. You get to guess. Umar Mantu. You're not even trying. A stitch in time.
Teacher?
A stitch in time.
Wow, this is harder than I thought.
A stitch in time.
Making a difference?
A stitch in time. So
Wow.
I'm just trying to help you.
I talk about the TV.
A stitch in time. Let me look for something. Okay, I think you should get this. Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Hey. Alright, so I love Nigeria.
I love Nigeria. Anywhere.
God is the greatest.
Wow. One more time.
God is the greatest. Yes. Try now. God is the greatest.
Concentrate.
God is the greatest.
Hmm?
God is the greatest.
Oh, wow. Absolutely. God is the greatest. Wow, I'm absolutely poor at this.
No, you tried now. You got two at least. You didn't get zero. I was thinking you get zero actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I guess
you
so.
did well.
Thank you very much.
Hope you had fun.
No, it's an absolutely great game. I need to go and clean my glasses more and start paying attention to people now. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you for playing my game with me.
No,
anyway.
absolutely.
Alright guys, so that was it for today on Celebrity Q&A. I hope you had a great time. Don't forget you can catch up with us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Celebrity Q&A_. You could also follow me personally at Lanzy_J. So like, come your way next time.